Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Karsha Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave, and we are back for our 30th episode and 1 year birthday kind of thing. I know it's not 51, 52 or 51 episodes, but hey, we've done a lot. We've got 3 of our amazing casts here, and we're going to try to do a session, and yay, that's pretty much it. So, hi everybody, how are we all going?
Hi.
Hi.
So quiet as always. Always so quiet. So yes, this is our 1 year. We started on the 1st of April. I think it was actually the 1st of April last year, or at least early April last year. We're back. We've been going. We've had a lot of missed weeks over the time, but it does happen. My internet's been an issue. My computer's been an issue. Lots of technical issues. People have had their own life problems come up. We've lost a cast member. And so, yeah, life gets in the way. So we've missed a few episodes. But we'll keep on going strong. We're having fun. And we're trying to have a fun game and put on a show for everybody. So we'll do our introductions. Peach, would you like to be first? No. Yes, that was.
I had to find the closest I could find to a party hat, which is this object room. So I just on my head for the intro, and that's it. Okay.
This is how I'm partying.
So we all have different ways of partying. Yeah. I can balance things in my head, but not right now. Anyway.
Don't balance Twitch. It's water. I'm joking. It's water.
Sure. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I'm Peach. I play So, the Tiefling Rogue, and I've been playing for that character for over a year, which is really astounding. God damn it. And I can't wait for another year of playing this wonderful character. And hopefully we'll see the conclusion of her story. And it's been a really fun year, I want to say. Getting to know all of the cast. I'm going to admit I was nervous coming in, but after a year, it's been really fun. Everyone's super sweet and super nice and really talented.
Oh, shucks.
I'm going to go put that back. Hey, listen, I can
Kimalli, would you like to follow that up?
Oh, sure, easily. I'm Kimalli. I play Robert Ralph's beard, the moral of the company, the heart of the company, the looks of the company, as well as the brains, and basically just everything. I've been having a lot of fun this year, and hope to have some more with you guys.
And
Ta-da.
Sky?
Hi, hello. Over the past year, I've been playing his character, Kip, the kobold fighter / wizard, and his journey of self-discovery. I will see what we discover on going forward, but ever since that first session where I convinced you to let my kobold take levels in Blade Singer, and you were like, no, it's not happening, and I was just like, but it's important for backstory, and you caved, and what a backstory I managed to weave. I'm pretty proud of it as a result.
And at one point, I may even read that full backstory. But when I said, okay, write me something up and just send me a private message, and you just copied and pasted this massive chunk, and I'm like, crap, what have I got myself into? I'm not kidding.
I'm serious about this game, man. I like making characters. I like storytelling. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. To entertain you folks.
So myself, my name is Carl Goblin. This is the Goblin Cave. We do live role-playing is our focus. We've done some other bits and pieces over the year, but live role-playing has always been our focus. We've done 8 in over a year. We've now done 9 We Be Goblins games, one-shots. We've done 12... We've done 12... 12 episodes of Single Class Challenge with 3 different classes. We're probably going to be putting more into that and bringing those back for a little bit. We've also done... we've taught new players how to play a little bit and had a bit more fun with that. And we've done a lot of other bits and pieces, and this has been the mainstay. This has been the ongoing commitment to the channel of trying to make sure everything keeps on going. And yes, we've only done 30 episodes in 52 weeks, but life gets in the way, as I was saying. When I had to step back from the channel last year, and pretty much everything went quiet for the channel, every week I still tried to make sure this show kept on going on because the cast were just so good. They've committed to me to be around and committed to work their life around this show. So even though I was having to work around my partner's issues at the time, I was committed to these guys here, these men and women. They've done amazing. They are amazing. If Ward comes back, if Ninjavo comes back, the position's still here for him. He's had to step away for family care issues that have come up. But he was amazing as well. And I did want to do a shout out for Ninjavo because he was with us from the start. His character, right from the very first session, has really shaped this party. Being, are we going to kill innocents? No. Are we going to try to guide this big baby to the right path? Maybe. Some of us yes, some of us no. But this was his first role-playing game, from what I remember.
Sure, really? I
Yeah.
did not know that.
I went back and read his application. This was his very first role-playing game. He had the voice acting, had a great character, amazing weird backstories. Everything just worked, and he was reacting to everybody else and just going with the flow as well. So Ninjavo, as I said, if you can see this, we've still got the position open for you when you're ready to come back. And Leah, we're not going to get rid of
Miss you, buddy.
We're not going to get rid of Leah either. So we may
Party
have a
of
bigger group.
6.
A party of 6, which just means I'm going to up the difficulty.
How are you gonna organize like the layout? Because you've got a good like thing going on right now.
I know.
Because 6 nice rectangles. So how's a 7 gonna work?
So I have seen other channels do it before. What I'm going to probably have to do is extend it out and have like 4 and 3 and have like something else, a scrolling thing, which I do with the campaigns which only have 4 players. Maybe we'll figure something out. I don't know. Hopefully I don't have to. Well, we do want him back, but so much work to do overlays. So last week, our valiant, and well, not valiant, but mischievous misfit adversaries, or mercenaries, I should say, took on the temple of the Earth cult, and they actually finally went to take on people in the temple. They killed one person and one person only before fleeing at
That's not true.
breakfast. Two?
We got two other people. We got two guards to kill themselves.
Oh no, so did that.
Yes.
On their own.
Yes.
I got one to kill one, and then one was an accidental slit of the throat, which happens.
You can't really pull like backstab damage. I'm sorry, when you did that much damage as well. So yeah, 3 people dead. And then the morning breakfast bell went off, and everyone came out of their rooms while everyone was in the hallway. So they fled. But one of the people that you killed was the leader of the group. It was quite obvious that this person was the person in charge, from their desk having communications and the values of coin and things in that person's room. The fact that the person's room was quite opulent. You also found hints and in books and novels and bits and pieces about what other things that are going on in that cult, and now have a name of a possible leader of that cult, of who they're following, and also possibly a name of, I think there was a name of the god that the person is following, or something along the lines. You got a couple of magic items, well, not magic items as such, but you got some scrolls from memory. I don't think you actually have magic items, though you do have some potions given to you by the Lich. By Renric, the not so evil, not so friendly Lich. He wants his own space, and you people were in his space. So as you fled, you kept on fleeing. You were attacked by gargoyles. One of them flew off. I think, you killed all the others. One got away because he didn't attack, and you made it to the Summit Hall, which is where we find. Sorry, not Summit Hall. You made it to the Featherdale Spire. I knew it was something. I need more sleep. I always need more sleep.
The other cult of people trying to kill us.
Who said they were
No,
cold?
we're on good terms with them. It's fine.
Who said they were cold? You said they were cold, not me. So, just a brief description of the Featherdale Spire. The Featherdale Spire rises from a pillar of rock high into the air, the tallest point for miles, but built from white limestone and embellished in marble. The spire resembles a gleaming sword that pierces the sky. The gatehouse faces the opposite cliff of a drawbridge. The only apparent point of entry, tall wide windows encompass the bottom level of the tower, absent only upon the gatehouse side. A circle of open stalls rings around the foundation of where the tower meets the rock, above which each has a sculpture of a hippogriff in flight, leaping off into nothingness. Beneath the Featherdale Spire is a wide, gusty canyon that yawns through the hills. And that's where you find yourself, outside the Featherdale Spire. Are you going to be there morning, noon, night? What time of the day are you looking at?
Well, we just kind of went straight. I mean, how long would it take for us to walk? Because we left the monastery early morning.
It will probably be quite late in the day, if anything, because if that's what you're trying to do, you're trying to get there by that time, then yes, because it was a distance.
Yeah.
And the mountainous travel does slow your progress down.
Yeah. So that's it'll be about mid-afternoon, I suppose.
Okay. So mid-afternoon, you find yourself outside the Featherdale Spire with that 20-foot gap between the edge of the cliff that you're standing on and where the spire rises on top of its little plateau, there is a small post with a bell on it. And that's where we open our scene.
Alright, who wants to do the honors?
Well, so since your husband
Peach,
is
you
there,
seem to have some infatuation with at least one person here. Maybe you should be the one to do it.
Your girlfriend works there. You do it.
What?
The Bardleys.
oh, that's
God.
right.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a bit high for me.
Oh, really? Now you're sure this is a problem? Listen, I almost died.
I can pick you up.
Cool. Please don't.
It's a
Allow me
racist
to
thing.
pick you up.
Well, can you ring it?
Fine. I'll ring the bell.
Wow, that's really not a huge decision, but thank you for taking so long on that small decision. You ring the bell.
Huge decision.
Listen, these are petty. They will
Well,
fight
I'm
over
not
it.
doing the talking.
Sorry for role playing.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just like, yeah, no problem. I'm not going to go and dish your role playing. It's always been amazing here. As ring bell, moments later, yeah. Who are you? What do you want? He's called out from the inside of the gate.
So it's gonna
Silver
wait.
daggers.
Friends!
We slew the manticore for you a while back. We bring news and tidings.
What
I didn't have
news?
this book.
News of the Black Earth cult.
There's silence. There's no response.
So I don't have his name in this notebook.
That's why we have journals
What is
for
that
the
one dude's
character.
name?
That's why we have journals
Yeah, you're gonna have to be more specific.
in the character area.
The leader of the. I know it's here somewhere. The leader of the guy. The journal.
Oh, the
Silver
Featherdale Spires.
Yeah, Featherdale Spire.
Featherdale Spires.
Oh, the leader of the Featherdale Spire?
Yeah. So would remember his name. Peach does not.
Thurl Moaska.
NPCs, but
Morskar. Morskar knows me. It's Arona.
Are you sure it was Morona?
I'm sure it was Arona.
Always pulling up on all those false identities. Still,
I did notice we did start under temporary notes. We did start to write down fake names, but we stopped after Ward and Kadan. Ward was Maximus Ogato, and Kadan was Henry Periwinkle.
I
That's
used to
because
keep
Ward
track.
wasn't here.
All right.
Oh gosh, Ward is no longer.
Yes. Ward was actually on the map, which I've got, and I had to just put him onto the GM lab. So there's still no response.
Huh, this is really rude for our friends. We hunted a manticore for them. I have a ring, so that's to mean. Honestly, I don't remember what rings mean. It's been a minute. I'm hungry. I'm being honest.
I don't know. Do we wait them out? I mean, we know. We know that they have problem. We know that they're enemies. They know that we know that they're enemies because they told us. So I don't know what the.
I'm not sure why they are freezing us out at the moment.
Maybe they're under new management.
You do a perception check, please.
Gladly.
Right.
Somebody with higher perception than me.
Oof. Oh no. Oh, I still have pass without trace tick, so
No.
it's 9.
Why would pass without a trace have perception bonus to it?
No, because it's a toggle which I forgot to turn off.
Yeah. Oh wow. So
Yikes.
9 and an 8. Please, so roll better.
Wow.
Each roll better.
Let's try. I don't have a great perception.
Neither do they.
Wow!
Better.
Just your roll was enough. Was enough to beat. So, you're just waiting and waiting, and from corner of eye you see, a griffin, fly off the tower peak, and start flying into the canyon. I will point out that they have, when you were here before, they had hippogriffs, they had giant vultures. They never had griffins.
Interesting.
New.
Griffins are much bigger, or much more powerful.
Yeah, no. This... I have a bad feeling about this. If they're not as friendly, and do you think they've been taken over?
Or there's just been a coup within
Maybe
their
there's
own
been a
rights.
coup. This feels wrong. Can I try and like see? Oh, okay. Are we in direct sunlight? Not that it would have mattered. Yeah, so I should have rolled with disadvantage
Oh, wait.
on that.
Or
is it cloudy?
Yeah. I was going to say maybe the shade from the tower, but yeah. Just to make it simple, if you're outside, I'm not going to have to deal with shadows and shades. We're trying to work out which way the sun sets and which way the shade. Yeah.
I mean, if it's cloudy.
Oh no, you're in sunlight. It's late afternoon. It's not evening.
That's the difference between Australians and Brits.
Oh, whoa. Well, an evil GM.
Yeah. I'm going to try and like follow where the griffin's going, just like kind of, and referring to the map I made, like because I've used a cartographer's kit, so I'm going to like try and like ascertain the direction the griffin's flying and try and see where that would tie into the map that I made around this place.
Around the canyon? Well, I'll put you to the canyon map for you.
Yay.
It's been a while.
I do remember specifically going to the top of the spire and drawing out the surroundings.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and follow, like try and see where that griffin is flying to.
That area there. Because it's hard to see because the tower's in the way, but you can just see it flying that area. In that direction. And it's below the level of the cliff when you catch a glimpse of it again. And the gate opens. You slowly hear the gates opening and comes out. But sometimes it takes a while for gates to open, and they will just having you wait. So the gate opens inside. Inside, Savra is there to greet you, and she welcomes you into the tower and apologises for the crowded conditions. But welcome back. It is good to see familiar faces again.
It's not a problem. I can understand the need for caution. It seems to be quite a lot of trouble afoot in these troubled times.
Oh,
we've well, there's talk of pirates afoot, and
pirates, but we're not at the sea.
Bandits on the rivers, and people going missing, and I'm glad we can have an ally that we can trust in these times.
Yes, allies are good. Allies are always good to grow and to strengthen. And it's good that we can always call yourself the Rusty Daggers as allies to us.
Is it? Are there more people here? Have you recently got new recruits?
Yes, our numbers have increased, and some of our initiates, which you were here last, have gotten through their final testing and made it to Featherdale Knights status. And we've gotten more animals here for our mounts as well. We've been able to get to the griffins. Yes, the griffins are now our allies.
Very impressive indeed.
No longer hiding from the manticores.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anyone I recognize off the bat? Not from the last time I was here, but any new faces.
I'm gonna make. Yeah. Can I make an insight check? I kind of want to try and see, like, particularly at the mention of like people going missing and the Black Earth cult. Like, I'm trying to I'm dropping these hints and I'm trying to read this.
You're trying to get a reaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do an insight.
Just trying to look. Yeah, that's what I was going.
But there hasn't also been any avoidance or any. Savra's just talking about something else.
But just like facial, just you look
facial
suspicious, but insight. It's not as good as I thought it was, but never mind. 12.
Let's see. So, is there any? Well, I don't think there'd be deception on the character sheet, but so we'll have to do a roll. Come on, that'll do. Straight roll. Okay. So when you mentioned so what did you mention? You mentioned people disappearing.
I mentioned people disappearing. Pirates on the rivers.
Yep.
And I mentioned, and before I mentioned the Black Earth cult. This.
Yeah. You mentioned the Black Earth cult outside, but what about in front of her?
In front of her,
I don't think you did.
Pirates, people going. Oh no, maybe I didn't.
No.
People going missing.
Okay. So pirates, you just, and she hit it quite well, but you just noticed just that little hint of a recognition of knowing what you're talking about, but without acknowledging it. You just saw this very slight facial quirk of stress when you mentioned it. That she's trying to conceal something.
I believe we have some things to discuss. Perhaps.
Yes. I believe Thrill, our commander, would like to talk to you, which is why it took so long to open the gates. Protection is always important, so we've upped our. We can only open the gates with permission these days. We've got so many recruits. Some of them bring baggage, it seems.
That's understandable.
No, Peach, you don't recognise anyone familiar.
Gotcha.
Most wear helmets and things like that, so most are quite covered. It's hard to see much of a person.
We're gonna talk to Morskar.
Morosca, yes. I'm just gonna, instead of dragging, because it's so hard to drag in this map, because it's vertical, I'll put you up there. There you go, up the top map.
I'm trying to find the
notes.
The letter we found in the Earth Cult place. I remember someone put it down, but I can't find it.
I think I released it only from memory. I actually only released it to Ward, and he was the only person.
Not the letter from these people that he stole, but the letter we found last. Because I'm looking in the journal, and I seem to remember it was there is something about a Marlos urn rail, but not the letter we found that the monk leader was writing.
So you'd have to go to view all chat entries. It would be just above that though.
Okay.
It shouldn't be that.
That was
much.
it. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, but you do have the details of that too. So that's not gonna work. I just clicked on the wrong button and just naturally. So what would when you brought up to the top of the spire? Oh god, that's gonna be bad. Oh, that's really bad. I've just opened up everything myself, like all previous stuff. From long ago. So you brought up to the top of the spire, and immediately you notice that there's a lot of there's a great deal of more people inside the spire as you brought around the place, and there's a lot more people. When you're on top of the spire, there's more animals. There's a lot more activity in general inside.
You probably should have took care of this when they were small.
It's fine. We can do this diplomatically.
Oh, you guys have gotten so big recently. This is really going to help your cause.
Yes. With the newfound security of the valley, we've been able to expand our numbers greatly. We've got more recruits coming in almost weekly at the moment. It's hard to find mounts for them, but we've accumulated a few in the recent times.
The promise of flight is quite an attractive one. It's no wonder people come from far and wide to get a taste of that freedom.
But it's not just flight. It's also about doing one's duty to the society and helping those around. Flying is just an added benefit of being a part of the society.
Maroska?
Yes, little one.
Might I have a word? May we have a word with you away from prying ears?
Yes, I heard you may wish to talk. That might be a good idea, and let's go to my quarters and speak.
That sounds like a very good idea.
And he turns to Severin and says, "You know what to do. You're in charge right now. Keep everyone in line. Make sure the recruits do their work." And he walks with you to his quarters, and I'll just drag and drop you into there. Just makes it easy.
Maraska, it's really good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you as well. How's your travels been going?
We have been faring very well. Our travels, we've been helping so many people recently, but I'm afraid we've run into a bit of trouble.
There's been some rough goings, for sure.
Yes. I forgot what's up here.
My men mentioned there's something about a cult. You were attacked by a cult or something. That's not good news.
Insight check.
Yep.
Don't trust this fucker first.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh god, people have skill in this. Oh wait, no. 19 and 17. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do well. Why don't they give evil villains like proper roles, like proper abilities to disguise their evilness? Oh boy, let's see. Please. Yes! 23, yes! Yeah, he seems quite normal, like quite concerned that you had a run-in with an evil cult. You say an
Alright.
earth cult, you say? Sounds quite dirty
Yes.
and has a little bit of a chuckle with that.
Yes. Good, nice one.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I fear there may be men among your ranks who do not serve, who serve a darker purpose.
Surely not. We vet our men and women quite thoroughly, and the training they undergo through the initiate process, only those of pureness and purpose will be able to get through that, and those that do not, well, they go elsewhere.
I can imagine. We came across some troubling information. We were accosted by this Black Earth cult, a group of secluded monks in a monastery in the mountains, and they had captured a group of people. We managed to rescue these people. They're safe now.
And that is why we call you our allies, because you are good people.
But we had heard that one had been taken by a winged knight. Now, I'm not sure if any of your members have purpose to be kidnapping delegates.
No,
But
absolute
if they were,
falseness.
that would be just an insight check.
You've already got one insight check of the situation.
Mariskar, I want to put full faith in you, and I want you to put full faith in us. And I really do. I put my fullest trust in you because I want to believe there are really good people out in this world.
And my lady, we trust you, and you trust us, which is how a relationship should be.
And it is, and it very much is. But I fear that there is this nagging sense of doubt eating at me. And I don't want that to come between this trust that we keep building together. I want to keep...
Do you want to join our society? You have the upbringing, you have the nobleness, you have the compassion. We will take you. We'll take you all on if you would like to join us. But it is a hard process. Not all survive.
That's a kind offer, but we'd have to deliberate for a while on that. It's quite a big commitment, it would seem.
We do have prior commitments, but once they are done, I will consider the options of joining the Featherdale Spire because your pursuits are more noble than the status I once held.
Kip and So, can I get perception checks, please?
Deception?
Yes, please.
Come on.
And specifically you two for a reason, but okay. Wow.
Nice.
You both notice that because when you've both been in this room before, the other part of the room was shared by another person, by Meredith, and you've noticed that the other part of the room is bare of any belongings or clothing or personal effects. It looks like it's clear at the moment, as in that no one currently lives there or occupies there. But he says, but we're always looking for recruits, but you have shown yourselves worthy of it.
Perhaps not our. We can't offer our services, our commitment, but we can offer some information.
Information is always worthy. It's how we can survive, and it's how we can try to stretch our wings and cover this area.
Now you claim not to have heard. You may not have heard of this cult, but you are wardens of this land.
We do know of a monastery in the mountains.
Well, it might be of pertinent information to you that this monastery harbors a dark secret.
Oh, that's not good.
We found ourselves beneath its walls in deep, deep caverns that stretched far into the earth's crust.
Now
and there we found.
Sorry, continue.
we found a temple. And amongst our travels, we found this letter. And I will give him the letter that tells all about what's his name? The letter that tells all about Marlos Urnrail of the Prophet of Earth, the Iron Fang holy implement of Earth power, the Black Geode, and the ever-growing mountain. And I will say,
it's not a letter. That's a book that you found in the scriptorium that they were like copying the books. It's like a cult Bible almost that they were copying and copying. Yes. And
so yeah, I will. Yeah, as I'm saying this, I am watching him, pun entirely intended, like a hawk.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Now you can do another insight check.
Come on. Oh no! Fucking kidding me!
And that's the roll.
Because what's annoying is Kip has no reason to trust this person. So how am I going to justify this?
I know. And no one else rolled an insight check. I was like, why wouldn't anyone else?
I try.
Yes.
I don't like him.
You know what Kip's trying to do. You know he's trying to be baited. You know Kip's trying to bait information out and trying to...
I'm so engrossed in like telling the story.
Ooh. So...
We can roll another insight, Peach.
You really want to roll
what am I
insight
against?
Kip just put all the information on the table, trying to get anything. He's mentioned a temple
I basically spilled the beans about the Black Earth cult and things about resurrecting a god, just to like bait a reaction.
I leave for 1 second.
Yeah,
I know, but it's how
so charming out, y'all.
The Earth, like the name of the leader. There's a temple underneath the monastery. That Fane of the Earth magical item artifact thing or whatever they called it. I can't remember what it was specifically. Yeah, he dropped it all, and it's like insight, and then Kip's totally failed. Kimalli's equaled, so you really want to have. Oh, okay. This is how it plays out, though. Kip, you think he's totally on the level. Robold, you think there may be something, he may be hiding some element, or he may not be. Like, he may be just concerned that there's something bad going on which he didn't know about. So, you think that he does know about it, and there's like, he has a connection or he has understanding of something going on. But you don't know which part. The hard part is you've got to now play that out.
I don't know. It's just, you seem like such noble people in this land. And so if these people are up to...
Oh no, there's my internet going. Oh no. Oh, such a critical part as well. We usually will be back really quickly, so just bear with us.
No.
There we go. Good. We're back.
Okay. So's gonna take a step in front of Kip and then like discreetly hit him with her tail as she's like, her dress is in front of him.
First of all, rude, but...
It's a bunch of fluff. You're just getting hit with fluff. Marscar.
Yes, my lady.
Like I said, there is a certain amount of trust that I want to withhold between us. And I'm going to take his hands.
And we trust you.
Very smooth like. I'm going to take his hands. And to withhold that, we laid out all of our cards. Can you try and lay out all yours for me?
And we trust you, my lady. And as I said, that is how nobles form business relationships and how groups like us become allies.
But let's not do this. Noble to noble or group. Let's do this business Arona to Morscar.
we knew of a temple. We knew of a monastery in the hills. Just as we know of, there's a group of druids recreating a tower, and they're gathering other druids in the hills as well. And of the new mercenary company on the river, but we didn't know of any dark dealings of this monastery. It is all new to us. They shunned
Does
others.
that fall under the same insight check?
Yeah. So again, So believes he's missing parts or not telling the truth. Kimalli, Growell thinks that he's hiding some bits, and Kip, you think he's totally telling the truth.
I believe like this guy's no idea, but someone in his association is working against him.
Yeah, that could be a really plausible way of thinking of someone else. Like he's telling the truth, but someone else may be doing it.
Maybe the second in command is like, God, you're gonna there's gonna be a coup. We're trying to help you.
Yeah, but he says that we know of other groups, but we had approached the temple, but they shunned outsiders, so we did not try to push them, and so we knew of nothing of their inner dealings.
Alrighty, I believe you. I'm going to choose to believe you because I want to believe somebody like you would never lie to somebody like me. And I'm going to do that weird couple thing where like you slowly move your hands away. Can I roll charisma for that?
Yeah, you can try. A persuasion or...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna get this man to fall in love with me, and then I'm gonna fucking kill him.
So, the Black Widow. Wow, you're so dark these days.
So the Pink Widow, excuse you.
What else would you like to try? Like, as I said, you all have mixed ideas of what's going on. He does seem concerned, but So thinks that he's faking it.
Perhaps it grows.
He does ask about the temple, though. You mentioned a temple underneath this cult.
Deep underground. Fathoms down. It's not a place that's well suited for your kind of magic combat, unfortunately.
No,
we don't know.
But we barely got a look inside, but it seems to be quite extensive. But we heard about it from secondhand sources and trawling through documentation.
So it's just gonna gently bat Kip on the head with him.
Sorry.
Very gently. Our kobold friend here likes to exaggerate. Everything's pretty big and scary out of the sewers.
Well, when you're that small, the whole world is enormous.
We didn't. It really wasn't much to see.
That's
it
right.
This is tense, so I'm not going to do anything. But
it was pretty dark. We couldn't see much outside of things. We all, everyone down there was pretty powerful. I mean, we're very well trained, and we almost got our tushies handed to us.
Well, as I said, we could take on the training for the Featherdale Spire and become a knight yourself. It is hard, but we would welcome you.
And that is such a kind gesture. Can I ask, you had a lovely bard here whose name I know. Meredith. You had Meredith. What happened to her?
Meredith is no longer with us. She became a windward. Wide. Well, she's not dead.
Yeah, I don't.
But, she's not dead.
No. I don't believe him.
A what?
Windwide.
Yeah, can I insight that as well?
You. He's telling the truth
Oh.
that she's not dead, and that she became something else. More of a with an insight. I'll give you essentially an Arcana check.
Me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm good at that. Come on.
Wow.
Oh, I'm very good.
So, although it's not a term you've ever heard, the wide part is certainly a magical term, or term used in Arcana as a position of maybe a mage or something like that, or an Arcana role. So he's talking about something of an Arcana role in the organisation elsewhere.
She's got promoted to a better magic position.
Yes. Yes. And you do know that she did mention that she had some kind of authority, though she didn't really know how or why. When you were here last. But he says that she's moved on to another part of the organisation for further training and assignments.
Interesting. I didn't know you'd been franchising.
Well, we're trying to. Well, now that we've got more people here and space has become limited, we need to spread our wings and fly out into the realms and start up new groups.
Whereabouts is this new place?
It's about, and he starts rattling off something, and you know that he's not really telling the truth. You know that he's not confident enough to actually just give you a name and a location, so it comes across as maybe not, well, certainly not truthful. So I'm going to give you that one for free.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend like I believe him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations.
And it's like, but as I said, we're always looking for more recruits, and if you do come across any more flying animals, if you could capture them, that would be greatly appreciated. Because that's probably the hardest part of our order at the moment. With so many recruits, if we have all of them, we don't have the mounts for them currently. And it does cost quite... Yes.
With so many new recruits, I suppose we're going to have to find somewhere else to bed down for the night.
That is what I had been avoiding mentioning. We cannot kick the recruits out of their rooms because we do have so many. Some of the knights are staying with the recruits these days.
That's completely understandable. In which case we should probably find a safe place to camp before it falls too dark.
You can camp outside the drawbridge. It will be windy, but you're inside our protected area.
I think
we can keep an eye on you to make sure you're protected.
I'm uneasy by the cliffside. I think I'd rather sort of go further inland. I know. Some of us among us are prone to sleepwalking. We'd hate for them to meet an early death.
Oh, that is true. But don't go too far. We'll keep an eye on you to make sure that you're protected.
Thank you.
Even at night, some of our knights can see.
Thank you, Maroscar. It was really nice seeing you again.
And you too, my lady. Don't be a stranger. Keep visiting. It's good to see your voice. Good to see your beautiful face and hear that lovely voice of yours.
Ditto. All right, we have to go do silverly dagger things.
And what silverly dagger things are those?
We still. It's somewhat confidential.
Well, that was just me as a GM, not him. So.
Well, it's a lot of.
We wouldn't want to spill all the secrets of our organization now, would we?
No.
It's a lot of arguing.
That's generally what you do, yes. Even just to ring a bell. A lot of arguing. But you are invited for some food. Like you are given food if you
Yeah,
you're
we'll
close,
take the
or if
food.
you like.
I fed all my rations to a land shark.
You did, didn't you? And how did that go for you?
It didn't.
It didn't? No, what a shame. But you're given some food. It's more leftover food from lunch, and it's not as high quality as the banquet that you had last time you were here. You do notice though, in the banquet room, that there is a manticore head on the wall now,
Ah,
which you actually no, there was two because you killed them both.
Yeah.
From memory.
It's missing the plaque with my name under it.
Well, it doesn't have a plaque at all.
I'm joking. It's fine.
But there's certainly a lot more people. Not double, but close to.
Listen, nice going there, kid. We almost told him about just about everything we knew, huh? Did you want to give him our home address too?
Are you saying this at dinner?
No, I'm just like mumbling it.
This.
You can be outside. You can be gone.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
outside.
What I'm guessing,
That,
unless you want to do
that guy is
something
an
else.
That guy is an idiot.
Oh my God, he knew way more than what he let on.
You reckon?
Yeah. Listen,
I knew
know
it was into something shady.
People
Have
are
a
working. I think he doesn't even know what's going on in his own organization. It's quite.
I know a liar when I see a liar.
Hmm.
That guy was a
Well, maybe-
liar.
I trust you, but he had me fooled.
Listen, a liar knows a
Trust you,
liar.
that
I'm sorry-
one.
I'm sorry about the kobold comment. I knew picking at one of your scabs would get you to be quiet for a second.
Okay. It's fine.
I'm just gonna say
Well,
we're gonna have to take a quick break. I've lost all the video from you guys. All I'm getting is audio, and I've lost all the pickups from. So I'm gonna have to quickly shut down my broadcasting, then bring it back up. Hopefully that's the easy solution. But yeah, everything went gone. I just looked across and there's no vision at all. So
oh shit.
we'll be right back.
Shoot me,
Stick
See
around.
you.
Yep. Sorry, Peach.
you're good. Shoot me a message on Discord when we're back. I gotta go do dishes real quick.
Okay, we'll be right back. It's like
Alright,
I don't know why it just all went bad. But we'll be right back. So stick around. Early break, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this might be a short one.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
might be a short game as well. So yeah, stick around if you're watching, and yeah, we'll be right back.